Well, as I was
Ah,
saying, they always look so good. You look so good right now. Hold on, I'm gonna
oh,
fix my
thank
camera.
you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes. Let's see. I was telling them always have to step my game up because yeah, all the women look great. How
You
are
look
you?
great. Great color on you, by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you. I do well in earthy tones. Um,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm great. A little all over the place, but I kind of like that.
Yeah, okay, so you're not
Yeah.
shooting today, right?
Right.
But tell me, how has it been? So you started filming Beyond the Gates when exactly? Like roughly?
March 2025. So
Okay,
almost a year ago.
so
Oh my God, next month will be a year. Whoa.
that's crazy. Talk to me about the journey that your character has been on over the last year that we've seen you on the show, or like what, 10 months?
Yeah. I mean, she started as this mysterious woman, you know, this mysterious woman who, on her day off, met a gorgeous influencer, and then next thing you know, she's this nerdy, kind of dorky doctor who's very passionate about her studies and her work, and I think you start to see her like open up more, and you get to see more of her personality over time. And what I love about what the writers do with Madison is I think they kind of wait to see how you portray her as an actor. And then they start writing certain things. And, oh, you know what? Let's do this. And then Madison turns into this more, like almost cutesy, rambling doctor who has her moments where she's like flirtatious with Chelsea. And you just get to see more of her personality. So I kind of love that about her. We've gotten to see her nervous, gotten to see her tipsy. We've gotten to see her just having a good time and making new friends and meeting the family. So it's been nice to see that journey. And I mean, obviously starting, I had no idea any of that was going to happen. So that was cool.
Yeah, I feel like Ronnie Rose was saying that the character she initially interviewed or auditioned for it was named Allison, not Madison. But
Yeah.
I feel like they had like these list of names in their heads, and then they just
Yeah.
allotted them to people as they started filling out the characters on the show.
Hmm.
So
So
whenever you go ahead.
I was going to say it's cool because I think her name was supposed to be like someone was supposed to be named Allison, and then she was going to be named Cheryl, which I'm glad she wasn't named Cheryl. So, yeah, because then I mean, how do you put Cheryl and Madison together? I mean, it would still be Chattison,
Shaddison.
yes, but
I love
Cheryl just
English.
doesn't. Cheryl doesn't have a great ring to it. It would be Shaddison. Yeah,
Shaddison. Sorry to all the Cheryls out there that follow us. Our bad.
it
Talk to
worked for
me.
you, not her.
Yeah, exactly. Talk to me about the like your storyline specifically. Like nothing happening after today, but everything we've seen so far. Like, whenever you audition, like what was the synopsis of this character? Like what if you remember, like what scene did you audition with?
I remember exactly the scene. I got to tell you, didn't have a lot of info. So, like, what I got was, I think I want to say the first scene was was it talking to her? No, no, no. The first scene was, when she and I have our first date and we're sitting in her studio and we're talking about like my parents accepting me and we're accepting Madison and we're talking about, her relationship with her father when she's in the blue dress and after they had Chinese food.
Yeah.
That was the first audition I think I had to read for. And then when they sent it back again, like the second read, that's when I had my first doctor. It was the doctor scene with Bill and talking about his TIA and, getting that jargon down. So yeah, those were the auditions.
So this was multiple rounds. It wasn't like you sent in one and they were like, okay, we want you. They were like,
Yeah.
okay, we want several
So
people, but we want to see you talk about like being a doctor.
yeah, it's funny. So there are two things. I don't know if I should share this, but I will. So there are two things. One, Madison was already cast. So before I got the role, she was already cast as someone else. And I guess the time that Madison was already cast, I got a reading for Shanice, which when I got the reading, I was just like, I don't know if this one fits me as well. So I think they casted that one perfectly. um, so it wasn't until maybe like a month later that I got the breakdown for Madison. And once I got on set, it was like I had to shoot Monday through Friday. So I had to like figure out how I was gonna just drop everything else I had going on in life and be like, yeah, I'll just show. I got like 2 days notice. Like,
There you go.
Yeah. They told me Friday I booked it, and I had to be there Monday through Friday. And so what I learned when I got there was, okay, yeah, we have to hurry up and squeeze all these scenes in. It's not usually like this, but because we already shot certain scenes with another actress who was in this role, we have to reshoot scenes and get caught up and do the scenes she didn't do either. So
Hmm.
it was like throwing me into the fire the first week, which they all apologized for, but it was really fun.
Atlanta is small, so do you know who the actress was, or is she on the show, or?
She's not on the show, but I don't know who she is. And I kind of didn't want to know. I was like, yeah, I'd rather not even know,
Yeah,
But they told me that she basically had to step away for the role because her like family life was about to change.
gotcha. Yeah, because I mean, it is hard if you have kids, if you're taking
Yeah.
care of your parents or something. I mean, like you were told on Friday, we want you to come and shoot Monday through Friday for X amount of weeks.
Hmm.
Do you want this
Right.
job? And I'm sure you were like, yes, I want the job and I'm going to do it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine it would be hard if you, again, had other family obligations.
Hmm.
What's been the most surprising thing about you being on the show? Because this is your first soap opera, right?
Yeah. Yeah. First soap opera. The most surprising thing, because I've done like guest stars on other shows, but I've never done a recurring role. So the most surprising thing, it has to be the fan reactions and like the investment and the support. I've never experienced that before, so I hope I never get used to that. But that's probably the most surreal part about it all, because I really do. Well, I have to say, I'm super grateful that Madison has had such a warm reception. And I do get to see people's DMs sometimes and their comments, and it matters to me how they feel that the Chaddison storyline is playing out. And so I try to bring certain things that I see them say into the scenes.
Mhm.
But that's probably been the best part.
Whenever I say anything sort of bad about Chaddison, people light me up. Like I get called bad names, and
What?
I feel like I can say anything about anyone else, but like it's you and Chelsea together. Like I think you all are the most popular couple on the show. Why is that, do you think?
I don't I don't know if I know, but I know this. I think from day one, even the crew, like aside from the directors and the producers, even the crew, because we have to shoot these scenes fast, right? So we
Mhm.
don't get enough time to even process how we think it went. Like we're just in it. And once we would shoot our scenes, like the crew would just be like, "Oh my god, like you guys make me believe in love," and we're just like, "Really? Like you liked it?" So we really like we have no idea what they see, but I think because she and I have fun together, and I think we're similar in certain ways, so I think it's easy to shoot with her too. Like I think we find it easy to shoot with each other.
Mhm. Did you all know each other before the show, or have you become like friends after the show?
Yeah, so we're friends now. We've hung out outside of the show. We've done brunch. Actually, I'm going to see her tomorrow and Sunday. So, no, we do enjoy each other, and I think what happened beforehand was so funny because we did not know each other at all, and with me being brought into the show so last minute, um, the love scene that we had that was shot in my first week. So it was like Monday, hi, how are you? And then it was like stare at her at this bar, and then Thursday, all right, we're making love. Just like very
There you
fast.
go.
Yeah, and then it was funny because afterwards we're like, so we should get like a smoothie or drinks or something. That'd be fun. So then we hung out after that.
What other projects are you working on outside of Beyond the Gates, or is that really monopolizing all of your time currently?
So I have a lot of things that I do outside of shooting the show. So aside from like my full time, I am working on music. So you guys are gonna get a lot of new music this year. Actually, I have studio time booked today, so I will be doing that in a little bit. And the music videos. So that's gonna be fun. And on top of that, you might see some familiar faces in some of these music videos. Just saying. And then yeah, and then I have filmed Judgment Day with Will Ferrell and Zac Efron. People keep asking me when that's coming out. I have to actually check. I don't know, but I have a small part in that film, so that was fun to shoot and to meet them. I've kind of halted with auditioning for the time being. I just have a lot of things I got to get in order, but after that, I'll pick it back up. But I would say the show I enjoy. Anytime they want Madison to come on by and shoot for, I don't know, 10 days or 3 days out the month, I'm like, yeah, I'll be there.
I love that. I'm seeing some of the comments and going back to why everyone loves you. I feel like I can summarize by saying I've seen them say we hardly ever see Black women in a relationship like this on television. So I guess speak to the representation part of it. Like, are
Yeah.
you in your real life a straight woman, bisexual, I mean, it's Atlanta, so you know all the ladies down there are a little, they're a little. I mean, like I
Yeah,
watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they're always dipping in the.
that's true. I watch it too.
Portia is dating a woman. So
Yeah,
if
very
you
true.
don't mind sharing about your personal life.
Yeah, sure. I've become more open about it lately, anyway, especially now playing this role. So I identify as straight, but when people ask me, well, was it like challenging to play this role? My go-to answer is no, because I have, so in my personal life, and my parents do not know this, so I don't know if they're gonna see this, but I have, so I have been involved with girls in my past, and it wasn't like, I don't think any of us wanted like anything romantic, but I think just enjoying each other, So that is something that I was kind of already familiar with. And then I think for me, I do love seeing the comments from, like, I actually read one the other, maybe yesterday or this morning, and I thought it was really beautiful. Someone said, because I guess in the most recent scene, Madison's line is she didn't really see um, like herself represented anywhere. She didn't know that she could like marry. Well, it's not that she didn't think she could marry a woman, but she just didn't really see it. And so seeing someone in the comments say like they felt that as well, like they didn't fit in, and that like man, that really touched me because what excites me most. Sorry about the noise. What excites me most about playing Madison is that I love that people get to see themselves in this storyline, and you show up as an actor, and sometimes you may not always like identify with everything in the script, or maybe everything doesn't resonate with you, but seeing that it resonates with the fans, like that's something that motivates me to come every time and deliver what I know that they're invested in. And so that means so, so, so much to me. um, I will say also that I know I have like people in my family, my friends group. To me, it was important to play this role because I have other people that have asked me like, well, if you're not, if you identify as straight, why did you accept the role? I'm like, because I don't have a reason why I wouldn't play it. Like I love the idea of taking on this challenge and bringing this love story to life. I love the idea of representing this character and her story. I love that she knew from the very beginning. Like, no, she's like, yeah, I've always liked girls. I love that, and I want people to see themselves in Madison.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing something so personal to
Yeah.
65 strangers and me. You brought up your family, but I was thinking Madison's family. We've learned a lot about Madison's family, and I say as one of like the not primary characters, like not in like the opening credits. Like we know a little bit more about your family than many of the other people who are like secondary characters. So
Yeah.
are you
I thought
hoping?
that.
Yeah. So are you hoping? I will tell you, I'm hoping to see Willow, and I want her to be played
Yeah.
by Cree Summer. I think that's
I've
her
seen
name
that. Yeah.
because she gives me that vibe. Like I don't believe in science, or she could play
Yeah.
that. I don't know about her in her real life, but for you, do you want your family to make an appearance on Beyond the Gates?
I would love that. And I think she would do a phenomenal job too. I would love that, especially because actually I haven't had a chance to tell you this. I've only told like the cast, I guess. So the character, the way they've written Willow is so much like my mother in real life. So it was hilarious to me. I was like, are they stalking me? Like, how did they know this? But yeah, she's so much like my mother in real life. So I've seen people say that they would be more invested in that, and it would be exciting for them to like, you know, invest in that storyline if they got to meet Willow and see that play out instead of hearing like the side conversations about it. And so I think that would be fun. I've played around with different things in my mind of what I've imagined of what that storyline would look like. So I hope we get to meet Willow.
Yeah, I do as well, and in due time. Besides your storyline, what are some of the storylines you're following on Beyond the Gates, or like that like have
Yeah.
your attention on Beyond the Gates?
Listen, people are not gonna like hearing me say this, but I'm from day one, I've been very invested in Bill and Danny. Like I don't know how I want their storyline to end, but I really love any time that they kiss each other. I'm just like, I love it. I love it because it's so messy, but I think at the same time, I want Danny to kind of like drag him through the mud more. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if they ever do get back together, I want her to drag him through the mud, make him work for it. But I
Yeah.
kind of love when they have their moments. I'm not gonna lie. Am I toxic? I don't know.
They do, yes, toxic. They do have such great chemistry, and I hate it. And I think because the writers were just writing, and they really had to set up like Ted and Nicole have this beautiful relationship. Danny and Bill don't, because they needed to have that juxtaposition between them to really shock us whenever we find out Ted had sex with someone 30 years ago, right? Um, I think they messed up. I think because in my mind it's just like why would Danny ever go back to him? Like, I mean, he took her career
It was
away,
awful.
like took her
It
career
was
away,
awful.
and then like apparently the cheating didn't start until the girls were like adults or like 13 or in their teen years. So it's like, why in what world? So
Yeah,
that's why I can't like ever get behind it. Though I
that's
go
a
ahead.
good point. That's a good
Okay,
point. I was
I
gonna
was gonna
say,
say
if not Bill, I would
though I
love maybe
go ahead.
someone new. I'm not like big on the Andre Danny love. I'm not one of those. But if
Mm-mm.
if someone new came in who like I feel like really shook Bill in his boots, like that would be great.
Yeah, I really want. So I've been saying from the beginning, I wanted Danny to have her Diary of a Mad Black Woman moment and just
Yes.
toss Bill into the bathtub.
Yes. Give
I,
him give
I
him something, give something to him.
I would love for her to be able to do that, but she loves him too much. Like she couldn't do
Mhm.
that. Like if it
Yeah.
ever comes out that Haley is poisoning him and he gets sick, she's gonna run right to him with those eyes and just be looking and
Yeah.
it's like let Andre go. Let Andre go and
Mhm.
people with opinions that probably aren't appreciated. I want
Mhm.
Andre and Ashley together. Like
Really?
you don't name a baby after two people and then not have them together. Like
That's hilarious.
we have to circle the block. We have to go back. We
Yeah.
have to go back to them.
Yeah.
And I will say, since we're being real here and we're talking, I think a lot of
Mhm.
people don't like it because Ashley's white or she's Jewish.
Yeah.
But to a lot of people, they see they're like this white girl with this black dude. That's why
That's
they don't like it.
our
But
community is very, very strong about their opinions.
they really are. They will let us know
Mhm.
what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, what they like, what we shouldn't be liking.
Yeah.
Um, Whenever people are like watching you, like, do you ever feel like, I mean, I think you said that like you're representing people, but does that come with like some added weight and pressure? I mean, you were given a week to meet someone and then be in a love scene with them. So do you ever feel like that's a lot of pressure and is that tough?
I think I may not feel the pressure because I taught myself a long time ago not to let those things interfere with my artistic abilities. And so I can't remember at what point in my career I taught myself that, but I don't put any weight on it. Like I remember going into the love scene, and I know Ronnie Rose was like, she said she was nervous, and she's like, "Are you?" I was like, "No," and it was just because like for me, I just think about like I'm just gonna dive in it. I'm gonna dive in it, and I'm gonna put myself in the mindset of Madison and think what would Madison want in this moment. So that's really all I think about when I have those scenes with her. Um, because honestly outside I truly do compartmentalize outside of it. It's almost like we've never even kissed. I don't even ever never crosses my mind that she and I have kissed. And so for me it's like I don't really ever think about it. I just think about what does Madison want in this moment, and I think
Mhm.
that releases all the pressure honestly. But that's why I do really appreciate reading the fan comments, and when they say they want to see more of this and they're like, we want to see like you guys have like a more cutesy moment. So I've started incorporating that more. Even when they just give us just dialogue, I try to like find moments to incorporate that more. But yeah, the fan comments do matter. So that's where I appreciate. I consider that like the weight that I like to carry. Like, okay,
Mhm.
what do they want to see?
Yeah. Speaking of fan comments, there was someone on Twitter who wanted me to ask, how old is Madison supposed to be? Because they want you to be this Gen Z prodigy who is like 23, and that's how you made it through like med school early. So how old or have you been given an age for Madison?
I actually haven't been given an age for her. I just know she's supposed to be um, more mature than Chelsea, not just in personality, but I think also in age. So I believe she's like late 20s. late 20s, early 30s. That was like the range.
Okay, so on the
Yeah.
Gen Z millennial-ish. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
right.
gotcha. I will tag that person for that. Vicky says she believes you're 29. Does anyone have any
I was
other
with them.
questions for Kenja? Because I don't want to keep you for too long. I really appreciate you doing this
Oh
for
no, I
us.
appreciate you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Can't wait to see even more layers still end up together, but have some hurdles. Give us that roller coaster love. I, all these people, okay, I know we watch soap operas for it, but I don't want a roller coaster love. I want just all the highs and none of
Yeah.
the lows. And I think that's why I have so many issues with Danny and Bill like being
Mhm.
together because that is a hard love.
Yeah.
Like I need my love to be soft always and hard, not
Hmm.
because we're hurting each other, but hard
That's true.
because we were laid off or a
Yeah.
family member died. Like the stuff in real life, not because we're doing stuff internally to each other.
Hmm.
Um, is there going to be a wedding? Madison should sing to Chelsea. Are you going to sing on the show? You brought up music. So many of you are great singers. Like what
You
in the
know, it's
world?
funny. Can I say this? I've seen people comment and say that the casting, it must have been like a prerequisite. It was not. Like, we just happened to be singers. It's a really cute coincidence.
Were you living in Atlanta at the time, or did you have to move to Atlanta whenever you got the?
I was living here. Yeah, so I'm just in Atlanta.
Are you from there originally, or were you just there for work?
I moved here for school. Then I left, went to DC, but came back. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, Brooklyn. What part of
Mhm.
Brooklyn? Like
Bushwick.
cross. Okay. Funny enough, my partner's brother lives in Brooklyn in Bushwick. They
Oh
just
yeah,
bought a place. Yeah, and like we
nice.
visit there. Yeah, it's nice. I like New York. Do you want to move back ever?
I'm not opposed to it, but I've got to say, Atlanta kind of gives me the calm that I think I'm looking for. So I always like visiting New York and visiting my family. But Atlanta gives you like if you're looking for some fun, you can find it. If you're looking for just like calm, serenity, you also have that. So that's what I like. New York is it's wild. It's wild out there.
That it is. It never sleeps. What do you think? Okay, we're getting, oh my gosh, we can hear the accent on the show. Oh yeah, we can hear the accent on the show
I
sometimes.
I heard it one time. I was watching the scene back, and I was like, oh no.
Brooklyn, here we go. Here we go. But
Yeah.
like the flattening of accents has happened over the last 30 or 40 years because
Mhm.
we all see each other. Clearly, we all see each other, but like we
Right.
all consume the same media. And so
Yeah.
like people don't know I'm from Kentucky. Like they
Would have
they have
never.
no clue.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because of my journalism background, but like
Mhm.
they didn't teach me how to speak like this. I've just moved all over. And so yeah, like if you've been in ATL for what, 8, 9 years, like your Brooklyn accent's probably gone besides a few words.
I gotta say this, even when I was in Brooklyn, some of my friends who had stronger accents, a lot of my friends didn't have accents. My family, they didn't either. My father has an accent. Only when he gets upset, you hear it, and when I get upset, you hear it. So if I've been drinking or I get upset, then the accent comes out.
Same.
Yeah.
Um, Someone asked, do you have Caribbean roots? For whatever reason, I can sense it.
Yeah, my mother is Jamaican. So my mother, older sister, brother, grandparents, like Jamaica.
Okay. Do you still have family there, or
Oh
do you
yeah.
visit?
Yeah, I don't visit often, but I do have family there, and my mother stays in contact with a lot of them too.
Nice. I'm trying to see the other questions. Are there any on TikTok? You guys are asking deep, personal questions. What are your roots? Are we going to get a wedding for Chaddison? Let's just do 23andMe on live, so we know what we are. No, are we going to get an actual wedding? Do you think?
I don't know, but I know that makeup, like wardrobe, they're all hoping for it. Like we're all just like, we would love to just play in like the dress and the makeup with the hair. Like that would be so much fun. But they are very hush hush. They are tight-lipped.
Are you going to be in more cast shorts?
Uh,
I'm assuming like the little reels that they put on, like talking about the show. Like, have you filmed any more for like the Beyond the Gate social media? I think that's what they mean.
oh. No, the last thing I did was the special, which certain people said they were just like they wish Madison spoke more. I did, but because I think given that our storyline was a bit sidelined, so our stuff wasn't as current, I think they had to cut it for some of the more current stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want people to
I
know I did share some stuff for you guys.
that's how it goes. Will Allison show up to the wedding? I like Allison, by the way.
I
Like
would love for her to come back. I really would.
her character was was crazy,
Yeah,
and Brianna played it so
she did.
well. Like wow,
It was great.
I was getting Kathy Bates from Misery, except
Yeah.
she didn't hobble Chelsea to the bed, which would have been insane.
Yeah.
Um, G Denise, we talked about Madison's mom family. Kenjah said that she would like to see that.
Hmm.
Um, that I that she can't. Y'all are asking questions about the show that she can't answer. They always do. I'm gonna need Madison to fight Allison. She was too nice during that plot.
They I saw some AI videos or AI photos of people with like Madison with a knife in front of Allison or like a gun, and I'm just like, you guys really want her to like tear this girl up? And I'm just like, well, maybe
They
next
did.
time, but she's got to keep her job, you know.
She has to keep. She's a
She got
neurologist
to keep her job,
at Garland Memorial, where everyone sleeps with each other apparently. But
right? She can't be on the
she's a
Fairmont Press
professional.
News. Like,
Foods Port Love just asked, "What's your all-time favorite Chattison scene?"
ooh, okay, obviously one that has not happened yet. It's I'm gonna say. It's got to be the New Year's. It's got to be New Year's. I feel
New
like we
Year's.
really got to see her just be a little bit more mushy with Chelsea, and I think that was really cute.
Okay, and people have been asking several times, are we ever going to see Madison's place that her big neurologist check is paying for?
That's so funny. Maybe one day. I don't know. It's funny. There's a guy on set who, he only knows characters if he's built you a house. So he'll see me and be like, "So who are you?" He hasn't built me a house yet.
Who are
Who
you?
are you?
I don't know you. Oh, damn, it hasn't happened yet. Well, we don't know if it's going to happen because
Right.
literally
May or may not.
we just saw Jacob and Naomi's living room 10 months into the show. Please
Yeah.
get them off that couch. Yeah, that's, here's what I'll say about that. And you can chime in and tell me if I'm wrong. I think that a lot of times they film like the beginning of love scenes on couches because it's just easier to film with you have a backing to it versus like a bed where people are laying down and all there's all these and then the lights. It's easier to start on the couch, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, they had Chelsea and Madison start on the couch, and then we're on the floor. So yeah, I feel like
Yes.
it's. I think the couch does make it easier. It's easier to shoot. That's a good guess.
Yeah, right. But like in real life, I have not done anything on a couch in many, many years because why would you do that? A couch is for sitting. The couch that I'm looking at, I'm sitting on my couch. I'm not doing anything else but that. Let's see, and everyone else keeps interrupting Chasen at the guest house. Okay, we've been doing this for 30 minutes. You guys got any more questions? Because if not, I'm gonna get off here. And Kenjah has studio time today because it's what? It's 1 o'clock in
Mhm.
Atlanta right now.
Yes.
Right. And I've got to actually watch the shows from the last couple of days because
Yeah.
I'm starting a new job. So I've been
Oh,
busy and I've been doing stuff. Yeah, I know, exciting, right?
congrats. That's
Um
great. But I
yeah,
do love that you keep up with it. So I appreciate your recaps because they've helped me on the times that I get busy and I have to like watch your recaps.
yeah, well, there are so many of us doing it out here. There's a lot of people on TikTok. I will say how the interaction between Madison and Kat. I don't think you guys have interacted yet. I will
A little
say
bit.
I
Mhm.
do a little people like me on Instagram more than TikTok, but there are so many like great people on TikTok. If you're ever over there, there's Miss Mika, um, there's Slick the King,
Heard
there's
of
Ed, Ed Talks
Mhm.
TV. I love Ed. There's Shade in the City. They do a lot, and then on don't go on Twitter, but if you go over there, they got a lot of opinions, and you can
Yeah.
find them talking about it.
I'll
But no,
check
we're
that out.
so happy to have you on the show. We're so happy that you joined us here. And
Thank you.
is there anything else that you would like to talk about that I haven't asked that you just want the fans to know?
Um, Not that I could think of right now. Just keep your eyes and your ears open for new music.
Okay, we're excited. Kenjah, thank you. I'm saying that right, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank
good. I thought it was, but I just wanted to double check.
you.
Kenjah, thank you so much for hopping on here. We really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the day. It looks like it's a beautiful day in Atlanta, so
Oh, yeah.
enjoy it. And we'll be looking for your new music and more scenes on Beyond the Gates.
All right. Thank you. Thank you,
See ya.
everyone. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.